So I've obviously added some more coding blocks, but I've only used the blocks we've talked about so far: motion, looks, sound, events, and control. Those are the most basic blocks for when you're starting out, just trying to play around with and see what they can do. So I'm going to show you what my project will do, and then I'm going to kind of walk you through what exactly I did and how I got it all timed out. So a few things I did here. You can notice I went back into our original strand of code and I started messing around with some of the costumes for the sprites. Now, if you're like, wait, you didn't tell me about costumes. Well, at the top here beside the code button, if you click costumes, most sprites have multiple costumes underneath. And costumes just means different ways they can appear. So dog A is the way that my dog starts in my sprite code. And then I had a run, which makes his little legs look like they're going forward, a run back, and a holy cow, what is going on dog face. So I thought it would be kind of funny if whenever my dog got to this ball, the ball started changing colors and then he freaked out and ran away. So that's kind of what you can see here on this code. So my code says, okay, whenever the green flag's clicked, he's going to go to his original just standing still costume. Then he's going to always start right here on the left. He's going to say he wants the ball. He'll wait 1 second. He'll switch his costume to the run costume. He's going to glide to the ball and bark at it. Then he waits a second because he realizes it's changing colors. He switches to the freaked out dog look and then waits another second and runs away back to where he started. Uh, in order to, so that's all the code for the dog. Now we're going to talk about the second sprite here, which is our ball. And so what I've done is I have it coded, and this is where you kind of have to play around with it. I didn't want the ball to start changing colors until the dog got there. And so originally it just said wait 1 second, and that wasn't long enough. But these boxes, you can go in and type in any of them. And I just played around with it until it was timed the way I wanted it to be timed. And so now I'm telling this every time the green flag is clicked, the ball should start in this position. It should wait for 5.5 seconds, which means it's just going to sit there just like that for 5.5 seconds. And then I have a color changing effect on a forever loop. So this is multiple blocks here. So the change color effect came from the looks block, which is the same place where the thinking, the costumes, all of that is. If you scroll down, it has that here. And so I chose the change color effect by 25. Now, if I don't have that on a forever loop, and I actually hit play, you'll notice that my ball is not going to be freaking out changing lots of colors. It's just going to change. You can see it just changed from orange to green. So by then going to my control and putting in a forever loop, you could do a repeat loop, whatever you choose. I chose a forever loop. I need to make sure when I'm putting this here that that purple piece, this has to go inside of the forever loop. That's the only thing I want to happen over and over again. Now, you can put as many things inside of a forever loop as you want, but in this instance, the only block we need are the change color effect by 25. And then whenever we hit play, we can see our code will run smoothly. He gets to the ball. Now it's changing colors. He's freaked out and he runs away. And this is just a basic example of some things you can do with the 5 blocks that we've talked about so far in our Scratch, which is the motion blocks, the looks blocks, the sound blocks, the event blocks, and the control blocks.